Yeah, so can you see the slides?
Yes, it is visible to us.
Yeah, okay. So um, good evening to all of you, to all the people who have joined. I'm extremely happy to talk to you, and I'm extremely happy
Good
that
evening, sir.
my friend, yes, yeah, I'm extremely happy that
Good
my
evening.
good evening, thank you. So Green the Blue Charitable Trust, as introduced by Shashi, has been working in the field of environment, um, art, and youth empowerment. So a lot of people, okay. Yeah, so Green the Blue Charitable Trust is involved in environment education for action, youth empowerment, art engagement, innovative education to bridge the learning gaps. So during the past 2 years, uh, when there was a lockdown, and the rural villages in Gujarat where we work did not have any access to digital technology for online education. So that is where we started community learning centers where our teachers were going actually to the village schools, conducting environment awareness program. But we realized beyond the environment education program, what the students needed at that time during the lockdown was um, was primary education. And therefore, we did not want to actually fill the gap of school. But what we tried to do was through innovative education, we tried to keep the children engaged in learning. So it was environment, art, science, maths. So we continue to help in 10 villages through community learning centers. So here you can see our vision and our mission. We strive to bring awareness that will lead to action for green earth, preserve, protect, and promote biodiversity, equip families with eco solutions for a sustainable life, develop eco aesthetics and spirituality for a healthy life, engage with the poor and indigenous people who are the real victims of environmental degradation. So, as you know, in Gujarat, we have 15% of indigenous community, and it's hardly known outside. And we try to engage with the indigenous communities, working with sustainable development goals. So you can read our mission to inform, inspire, involve people to care for creation, to respond creatively to the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor. So this cry of the earth and cry of the poor especially comes from the Tarumitra organizations, because the Jesuits who have begun environmental work wanted to, for them, environmental uh, uh, initiative has to deal with the poor people because they are the victims of climate change and global warming. And the third is to ignite youth and children through innovative education. So one of the first flagship programs that we began was the LEAVE program. So our friend Shashi has been very much part of this program. In fact, when we began with the schools, we took him around to all the 14 schools we are involved with. And Shashi began with the college students. And you are part of that leadership program with the college. So we have so far trained 2,200 students from 14 or almost 17 schools. So LEAVE program consists of 8 outdoor workshops, and they also have to do some concrete work in the schools. We also have Green Teachers program. It is a program to train the teachers to undertake environmental education. It is very much aligned with the LEAF program. This is the Environment Awareness Program. This program initiated us to set up community learning centers. Basically, our teachers were going to more than 60, 70 villages. And right now we are working with the village community in imparting innovative education. So we create organic kitchen garden in the schools, also in the institutions and in sometimes in the villages. We have created more than 10 herbal garden So you can see in this particular plot, our Shashi Bhai has put his feet, one of the first plots which we set up, and there was so much rain and so much weed was there. And Shashi, on the first day of his Gujarat visit, he tried to do the weeding, and I was so much taken aback. I said, "Here is a man who came all the way from Patna, and he went by himself. We were in the office doing office work and started working in the field." And it was very inspiring. That's why whenever Shashi comes to Gujarat, we always take him to a number of places that we get inspired. So way back before COVID, we had a good exchange program where Gujarat team went to Patna Karmitra and Patna team came to Gujarat, and each one was very much enriched. So we also we have created one butterfly garden. So this is our community learning centers, where village community decides to appoint a volunteer to teach the children. We train the volunteers to actually through innovative modules. So that's how the whole system is structure is built. Solar exhibitions, our work with the indigenous communities in the visual art, and this is youth empowerment, where we work with the rural youth, college youth, in the skill building, in entrepreneurship program, and environment programs. So, so our one phase of 7 years where we were not very much bothered about funding because uh, we had a good network of 7 people who came together and put a wonderful project with which we were able to do all these works. But that project has come to an end, and where we are now going to be very self-sustainable in terms of funding. And that's how that opened us new avenues to learn how to do fundraising locally. And that's how we partnered with United Way Bombay, and now we have signed up with United Way Baroda. Now, United Way Baroda, as you know, Baroda has a culture of Garba tradition, where United Way Baroda organizes big Garba, where a lot of youth come and sign up and take buy tickets. All that money goes to the NGOs for the social work, for environment work. Unfortunately, we signed up only this month. It will take at least 2 years to get help from the United Way Baroda. But United Way Mumbai was very open to the type of work we were doing, and they were ready to help us at this moment. But their idea of funding is that it is not they do the fundraising, but we do actually the fundraising. So, but they give up, they create a platform. And this is how United Way Mumbai has partnered with Tata Mumbai Marathon 2023, where more than 400 NGOs have partnered, registered. So, so each NGO is given a platform, a page within their website where 10 tickets for marathon is provided for 1 month. So if you're able to utilize all the 10 tickets, they will give maybe 5 more tickets. But each ticket for each runner has to donate to any particular NGO. For example, a person who runs half marathon has to donate 6,000 rupees to our trust or any other 400 registered trust. So that's how 18,000 rupees within a matter of 10 days we have raised through Tata Mumbai Marathon runners who wants to participate. But there are other, if you look at the graph, the pie graph that they have shared with us, maximum amount of funding has come from volunteers who decides to raise fund for a particular NGO. For example, uh, suppose I want to raise fund for Clean the Good Trust. I decide to go into United Way Mumbai website. I enroll myself. I put my photo. I speak about who I am. I speak about the trust or the charity for which I raise the fund. And I take that page, I share that page in the Facebook, WhatsApp, email, share it with my friends, and raise the fund. All the fund that you raise for a particular NGO goes to that particular NGO. So United Way Bombay becomes only a platform. The third way is to donate, like any one of us can go to this particular page and donate. So that is there. Like for example, this is our NGO page, unitedwaymumbai.org/NGO 1325 is our NGO page. And another bigger way of raising fund is corporate teams. Like if I am a TCS company and I want to send 2 or 3 teams to Mumbai Marathon, each team has to pay around 2 or 3 lakhs rupees to a particular NGO, and they collect the tickets from that particular NGO. And this is another big way of raising funds. So this is uh, an invitation to all of you, where, uh, uh, like for example, Green the Blue Trust has been very consistently involved from its inception in educating the youth and the children uh, to undertake environmental initiatives at home, in their village, in their town, in their school. And we want to continue this particular initiatives. So, like we have prepared a small film, which the link can be sent it to you. This particular presentation, and you can see the video how children are involved in environmental initiatives in a particular institute. So, like if any of you want to become a fundraiser for Green the Blue Charitable Trust, I can personally guide you how to open the page and how to, you know, like if you're a young person, if you are able to raise 10,000 rupees, you are given a medal and a certificate, and also a special invitation to participate in the Dream Run. Basically, Dream Run is 3 kilometers run in Mumbai. So you have a very good initiative, and you are given a young leader award by United Way Mumbai. So this we can also find out what are the other opportunities there. So this is my humble invitation to friends, and I don't know how I can, suppose if you are able to raise some funds, maybe we can find a way to host you here, and like the way we did it for Taramitra exchange program, something else can be thought of. We'll be delighted to have you all here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jyotiviya. It was nice to see most of the pictures and remembering back. It is more like a nostalgia to me.
Thank you, thank you.
Great. So, guys, here what we have is maybe we can support Green the Blue Trust because what we are doing here, they are doing this almost similar thing in Gujarat. And climate change is impacting everyone, and we need to evolve. So, what are your suggestions? What do you think? Anyone? Yes, Raja, you can speak. I think you are not on mute anymore.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? Would like to say
Yes.
something?
Yes, sir. We can also initiate like green initiative like Tata Mumbai Marathon is doing around us. That we can initiate in Bihar also. Same thing.
Yeah, we
In-
can do that. The marathon.
in
We're not
villages.
talking about the marathon here. We are talking about using the marathon as a tool, which are supporting NGOs,
Okay.
so they can keep working what they are doing.
instead of for sponsorship.
Yeah, yeah.
We can
Right.
just go with our mottos, and we can initiate them for the marathon and the sponsorship.
Yeah. So there are like two, three ways what was presented in the presentation. One is like if you know anyone who wants to be join the this Tata Mumbai Marathon and be a part of it. So you can tell them or just send them an invitation. Is there a way of sending invitation? Jyoti sir, you are on mute.
Yeah, so just want to share with you this. Today I created this page. Like though I'm the director of the trust, but I want all of our, like 6 of us are working, each one of us to be the fundraiser for our trust. Like, so I created a page like this. So for example, this is my photo, and little introduction about Green the Blue Trust. Although Green the Blue Trust has a separate page in itself, but each fundraiser also will get a page like this. Like, you know, can you see the page?
Yeah, it is visible to us.
Yeah, so it is visible to you. So this is my page, and suppose if few of you want to become um, a fundraiser for Green the Blue Trust, you can create a page like this, and I can help you also create. Like you are much more. Uh, I feel that you'd be much more familiar with. But any help, I can always do that.
Sure.
Like,
Maybe I'm sorry to interrupt here. Maybe I would request you to share the link of that page where we can go and create it.
yes, I'll do that. Just a minute.
Shared in the chat box, so if they can go and check it by themselves also.
Correct. Um, here itself, I in the group, sorry, in the presentation, in the chat box.
Yeah, in the chat box.
Okay, I'll do that. If anybody has any questions, they can.
And the page which we just saw, I think that could be shared on our social media pages.
Correct.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to donate there, they can do that. And what happens? There was one last thing I wanted to ask you is what happens? Suppose if I go and make a page and I share it on my I don't use social media, by the way. But suppose if I do it on my WhatsApp, that is what I use. So and people put some funds in there, and what happens to me? What do I get at the end of the day?
Yeah, so you are like, if you are able to raise more than 10,000 rupees, then you become a young leader, and you are given a certificate by
From
United Way Mumbai.
Tata Mumbai Marathon.
Yes. And also, I will have to just look at, just give me some time. Let me first share the link. So this is our page link, and like, let me share it. Okay, so this is Green the Blue Trust page, and we want to raise 15 lakhs, and the amount of money we have raised is 18,000. And this is request charity bib. It is basically for the runners if you want to participate. Like different categories of running is there. This is fundraise for this charity. So you can click here and you can create your page here, like by giving your full name, email address, password, your address. You create a password and register. So once you register, then you have to log in. So for example, so how do you log in?
Maybe once we register, we will get a link on our email addresses.
Yeah, on email I also. Just a minute. I want to. We have to log out. Okay. Yeah. So let me share this. So I have created my page, fundraising page, and this is where I give my email ID and my password, and each one of us who plan to raise fund can create a page. So you can share it. Like for example, there are so many people who are raising fund here. So Krishna Peshwani has raised 2,28,104. So these are people who are raising funds for different NGOs. Let me also go to what like youth, college going youth decide to do this. In what way um, the Mumbai Marathon acknowledges your contribution. Let me just share with you that.
Good evening, everyone.
I'm not allowed to share or something like that. Can I share? Here it is. I can share. Yeah. So a fundraiser for who raises about 10,000 is here. Fundraiser who raises, who does fundraising about 10,000 rupees is fundraiser bronze. All fundraisers are eligible to register for Dream Run race category until 31st October. All fundraisers get a special charity bib design. Fundraiser silver on ground charity bib of any race category. Okay, these are. Yeah, so I can also share with you this particular literature where you will get a lot of clarity and information. Any other questions? Shashi?
I think I'm pretty clear now, and we'll go with that literature also. And
Okay.
maybe you can share the link of this literature PDF
Yeah, I'll do that.
in the chat itself right now. So if others want to take it,
In the chat itself, I'll do that.
yeah.
Correct.
And I can also make a note of that, and I can go through it myself also. And if they have some time, they can go through. So yeah, if you go ahead and do the fundraising, there are a lot of things that Tata Trust would love to share with you people. I'm not sure of the cash prizes. It could be there, but for that you have to go ahead and go through that PDF by yourself. And yes, it says that if you raise a fund more than 10,000, you are eligible to register yourself to run. So if anyone, or you can if suppose if your cousin lives in Mumbai or anybody else, any relative, you can I think you can pass on your credits to them. Is it possible? And they can participate.
What I mean?
Suppose if I am in Patna
Hmm.
and I raise a fund somewhere 11,000 rupees.
Hmm.
So now I'm eligible for that one of the to register for the race myself.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
But I cannot come to Mumbai for the race. So is
Correct.
there a way wherein I can give that credit to one of my relatives or cousins or friends?
No, that's not possible.
It would not be possible.
Hmm.
Okay.
How do you actually share the documents?
No, you don't share the documents. You just share the link. You cannot on. I'm not sure on this app. They have facility to share a document, but the PDF link on the browser you can copy and share that here in the chat box.
Okay. But all of them who have joined, um, do they have a group so that if
Yeah,
God
most of
forbid,
them are in some. Yeah, most of them are in different groups with me, so I can
okay,
also share them lately.
yeah, so maybe I can share with you a couple of files later.
Yeah, sure, that would be nice.
Yeah, and also I can share with you my email ID and phone number. So those who want to get in touch with me also can get in touch with me
Yeah, that would
directly.
be nice.
I'd be happy to get some of the youth there, like even if they feel that they're a bit reluctant or no, they cannot vibe with the whole cause. Um, they can just share like how is it? I mean, how this whole idea of fundraising initiative.
Yeah,
Do they
and
feel
absolutely, and this will also give them because some of them are already working with some NGOs. They're part of NGO here in Tirumitra also.
okay?
Some have their own NGOs. So I think this will be a good brush up to learn something new,
Correct,
how the things are happening. There are various ways of collecting funds. This
correct.
is one of them.
Also, because for us, um, uh, the non-availability of funds has restricted our movement. Like, for example, we were working in the villages, which is our schools, which are like uh, around 300 kilometers from Baroda,
Yeah,
so almost 250 kilometers. And now for us, it's difficult to travel all the way there. It's because of the funds. So our automatically our now work area has been limited. That's why we felt something we need to do, and that's how we joined United Way Mumbai Marathon. So to sustain our work and to reach out to people who are unreached. It is important to actually continue your work. It's important to raise your own fund instead of depending on people from out. So this has given us an idea to be local, to think of sustainability in what we are trying to do. And so for the past 2 months, I have in our own NGO has um, made sure all our paperwork are proper. We have 12VA, ATG, CSR certificates in our hands. Earlier, we were not bothered because it was not our need. And today we have felt the need because The moment we went to United Way, Mumbai, they asked for all these documents. And that enabled us to go back to our auditor, pay money, because it costed us lot of money, get all these certificates. And I realized that it has become a learning opportunity. So far, uh, in the 9 years of our trust inception, I never asked one person for 1 rupee. And today, for the first time in the Facebook, I posted my Facebook page. So I realized that it is time that I'm not asking money for myself, but I'm working with 2,000 students. I'm working with a village community. I'm working with a group of youth, and it is important that I'm asking for them. So that also was brought me certain humility, that I became humble. That the moment I began to that I am going to be a fundraiser, not just a director who uses a project or fund. So this for me also a learning experience. And I don't know. Uh, I was very much touched when you spoke about as a college student how you were donating for Greenpeace.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I thought let me do that, and
I
so
have
many
worked for Greenpeace. I have worked for Helpage India, bringing a chit to my home and I used to go to door in my neighborhood, collecting 10 rupees, 20 rupees, writing their name, putting the signatures, and collecting
correct,
the money and taking it back to the school. Oh my God. But it was fun.
correct. So I even one or two of you, even if you decide to be part of this, it doesn't matter how much you raise, but the fact that you speak to 10 people about Green the Blue Trust.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter even if nobody donates, but you speak to 10 people about Green the Blue Trust and its activities, and um, we are fine with that. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for
See how we can just try our best to reach out to most of the people
correct,
with whom we had been meeting so far. It completely depends upon the how much how much we can stretch ourselves. If
correct,
we have more funds, we can stretch further. If we
correct,
have constraints with the funds, we would not be able to. But still, we
correct,
would be happy that we are doing what we had to do. Only the scale would vary
correct.
at the end of the day. Hello.
Excellent. Yes, so that's fine, and I finished my presentation, and I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you and for all that you've been doing for environment and for society. That I wish you all the best, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you, Shashi, for organizing this meeting.
Maybe you're welcome, Bhaiya. And we would maybe some of here are my interns. So maybe we can have this discussion in our meeting also and
Correct,
see how we can propagate this idea locally here.
correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So guys, thank you for being with us. And if anyone has any idea or whoever wants to participate, they can participate or they can ping me or in the chat box. There's already a number of Jyoti sir, the email address and the phone number. I think the phone number is also available on WhatsApp. So
yeah,
you can copy that right now. Or I am sure all of you have my number, so you can get back to me and I can share the numbers
yes.
and other
So
details if you need.
how do all of them call you? Shashi Bhai, nahi?
No, they
So you
don't
can
call me
call me
bhai.
also Jyoti Bhai.
No, they don't call me bhai.
Ah,
That is the saddest part.
oh my goodness.
They
So
call me
you can,
sir.
yeah, you don't call me, but you
It's an
don't call
additional, I don't know why they give this additional thing.
me.
Sir.
Okay, okay. That's very much part of the system. So
Yeah.
all, if any of you want to call me Jyoti Bhai, so all of you, I would love to hear that word. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, then everybody, good night.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night. Good night to everyone.
शुक्रिया दिव्या
Thank you, sir.